And so, despite my best efforts, this is now my second time recording this post-commentary because somehow I still managed to leave in a fucking failed attempt on the third team specifically. My idea just to avoid that is to, like, go through each of my recording runs, find my first attempt at the next dude, and then just sort of rewind to get the successful attempt of the dude that I am focusing the segment on, and somehow a failed attempt managed to sneak through. So there goes about frickin' 17-18 minutes of footage right there. So yeah, fucking rip. That actually makes the segment even shorter. I was already dumbfounded that the thing was going to be 33 minutes, and then after cutting the failed segment bit out, I'm not even at 32 minutes now, which is kind of astonishing. I pegged Flint to be the big arsehole of the Elite Four, but I guess judging from the length of this video, it's just a matter of once I get his number, I seriously get his frickin' number. So there we go. So as you can see, he is primarily a weather user and likes to spam the shit out of Solar Beam on a lot of his team members. He was a bit trollish there because he didn't bother just going straight for the Moonblasts, which would have just knocked Title out. I don't know why he felt like he needed to remind me that Solar Beam becomes a one-turn move in Sunlight. I'm not entirely sure what the go is with that. I don't have to worry too much about Sunlight anymore, though, because I use Rain Dance, and this is literally the only Sunsetter on his team. So, and thanks to a critical, it just kind of shuts the Ninetales down right then and there. So, good job using that full restore numbnuts. It went completely to waste. Speaking of water, yeah, I think it goes without saying, I freaking tore my throat apart in the previous attempt, and knowing that that's all gone to waste just kind of pisses me off. Anywho, Flareon. Flareon, obviously due to the fact that there's a lot of Solar Beam users here, Rampart's effectiveness in these battles is not nearly as great as I would have liked for it to be. Flareon is easy pickings though, just because whatever Flareon has is probably not one banging Rampart. So I'm just like, okay, close combat, thing's not really all that defensive anyway, and now it's gone to -1, so Earthquake's a guaranteed one shot here, so farewell. I can't actually remember if you can get close combat on your Flareon in Sacred Gold and Storm Silver, because when I used mine in that hack, I just had Superpower on it, and that did the trick quite nicely. Flare Blitz, as you might expect as well, because just about everything physical here has Flare Blitz, and just about everything special has Fire Blast. With the exception of Ninetales, it's got the Overheat White Herb combo, so... speaking of physical attackers, here comes Infernape. I determined that a Reflect is probably the better choice here, so I went with that. And Flare Blitz proves itself mighty strong here. I wasn't too sure after putting the Reflect up if $3 could survive another hit, so I just decided to go with the Zen Headbutt in case it did. I could just do some more damage. I wasn't all that fussed about Light Screen. Unfortunately, the Flare Blitz does just manage to inch past $3. Chalk that up to a max damage roll, I guess, or something along those lines. So, going in with Bertha here, I am not entirely sure what my rationale for this was. I figured Reflect might help it tank Flare Blitz, especially since there's no Sun to boost it. But no, like it isn't even a critical, it just outright kills. I'm not too sure if I thought that the rain was still around or not. If I was, then obviously I'm a complete moron. So at this stage, alright, hit it with a powerful stab move. So, Thunderbolt. Mint Roast proves itself pretty handy actually in these first two battles, just getting in a Thunderbolt that's just powerful enough to clean up stuff. It's pretty handy actually. It's funny because it's got freaking crude hands that are shaped like other mitts because, yeah. Alright, so here's the Magmortar. Not too sure if I stay in here or not. Like, I literally just watched this and I still don't actually remember. But I guess I stay in. I guess Thunderbolt's probably my best shot here. Title's not exactly in a position where it can really do much. It's got 11 HP left. And I would certainly prefer not to just send Tidal in, get up a Rain Dance, and then have it die. Because there's nothing else that can really take much advantage of the Rain Dance. So here I was hoping that Life Orb could probably get in the last bit of damage here, because Thunderbolt gets it down into the red, Aura Sphere comes in, and then Life Orb takes its damage, and I was hoping that the Life Orb would be enough to get rid of it. And the answer to that is no. No, it's not. So, Rampart and Tidal are my two best mons. I guess I go in with Spearmint, because I've got Rock Climb if he decides to heal. So I went with that. He doesn't heal, which I'm actually alright with, because Spearmint's not going to do anything else in this fight anyway, because it's kind of severely disadvantaged in that regard. But I take this knowing that Life Orb's going to finish the Magmortar, so I can just move on from there. And so that just leaves my two mons that are good against the fire stuff. And so I go with Rampart, and he responds with his Houndoom. And so at this stage I'm like, okay, well I'm just going to have to use Rampart as death fodder, because Intimidate comes in, so Rampart's probably not going to do a huge amount of physical damage. So I just Max Potion Tidal up, and then Tidal just proceeds to clean up the remainder of his team. Not without a tiny little bit of drama here, as you'll soon see. Because it's got Dark Pulse. Cleans up Rampart, and then Tidal comes in. I decide to just, because I've got a bit of bulk on me, I decided to try to go for the Rain Dance just to ensure that I'm not going to fail at knocking these Pokemon out. Does not pan out because flinch. So at this stage, I'm outspared. Dark Pulse is going to be completely unaffected by the rain. So just go with Surf and hope that that gets the knockout. That's pretty much all I have to do here. It's a bit shite that I got that flinch hacks dealt to me, but yeah. It is now that I realise Houndoom's tail is shaped similarly to a question mark. And I did not realise that until right now. That's pretty good. I didn't even realise in my previous attempt at recording. That's how hilarious that is. Okay, so Rapidash absolutely outspeeds me here. So I'm not very confident in its ability to tank. So pretty much have to wait a turn here to use the Hyper Potions, see what the Rapidash decides to do. And goes for the Wild Charge here, which I'm actually quite alright with, because that's just going to do a bit of recoil damage. So in case I get like mid-damage rolled here or something like that, I can just be like, okay, fine. That's probably still going to get the KO anyway. I have no idea how consequential that little bit of HP loss there actually is. I could not be asked doing all the calculations and anything like that, so whatever. One way or the other though, Surf gets in the KO here, I believe. Is it a crit? No, it's not. Alright. So there goes Rapidash. There goes the first of the teams. So far so good. 73 joy. Uh-huh. Fucking Ronald McDonald-looking motherfucker. Okay, so Team 2. This is the only of the teams that Flint's got here that does not lead with a weather setter. As a matter of fact, he does not set any weather at all with this team. So that's quite alright, because I don't have Rain Dance with me to deal with that weather. So that'll do fine by me. It also means Jaeger can just barely tank this Flare Blitz. Deals a lot of damage in recoil to Rapidash and lets me get up at least to Reflect. And so I'm just like, okay, maybe it'll miss with something it uses. It uses Mega Horn and connects, which is unfortunate. I believe Mega Horn does have a chance of missing, so having it hit there. It was slightly unfortunate, but whatever. So Ghost Trick coming in next. I've got Power Gem, that'll do a fair bit. It actually outspeeds even friggin' thingy here. I'm not too sure why that's the... Oh, okay. So, never mind. I was wrong earlier. This Rapidash actually has Sunny Day and a Heat Rock, and for some reason it just decided not to use it. So, I'm cool with that. I thought this thing might have been, like, scarfed or something. I don't know why you'd scarf something that's already pretty fucking fast. So, whatever. Alright, so this team, in addition to not having the immediate weather setup and instead having just Sunny Day users, also only has 3 actual fire types. The other 3 are just, I don't know, for some reason tangentially related to fire, or just like, I guess, types that are decent against types that would be effective here. I guess Driftblim ties in because it's supposed to be like a hot air balloon. That would explain its ability to use fire moves like Will-O-Wisp and Flamethrower. I'm fucking spitting all over the place. It's disgusting. Okay, so here comes Hurricane, which for some reason I think is just like the same as Inferno but with a blue background instead of a red one. Because Hurricanes should not look like they're on fucking fire like they are there. Thankfully that Hurricane missed. If I had Rain Dance up in this set, then I'd be in a bit of a shitty spot because Hurricane would have 100% accuracy. Thankfully though, Crunch does the trick after getting rid of that burn. And then moving on with the non-fire types, we've got Steelix. I'm not too sure what the go is with Steelix, if it has something in relation to Forges. It's probably something in relation to Forges, which still doesn't actually make a whole lot of sense considering Steelix is not actually forged, it's hardened under pressure. At least that's according to the Pokedex, but still, overheat button, about as good a time as any to hit it, so there you go. Just kill the damn thing with fire. That's pretty much all you do with that. Still can't really justify his use of it, but whatever. And then here we have Lopunny. Lopunny is actually his other Sunny Day setup. This one's sashed though, so it's like, okay. It's probably just the backup option or something like that. Like, once the Sunny Day from the Rapidash is gone, then you probably only need like another 5 turns of Sun to maybe clean out your opponent. But that's fine with me, because we've got Blaze Kick here, which is unfortunate. It would have gotten the KO, except I had Reflect up here, which, yeah, goes off this turn. But that's fine. I've got Priority Mark Punch, which 2-banks is Lopunny. Does it actually, or do I get... No. I remember getting like low damage rolled somewhere, possibly like a little bit later on in this fight, and it kind of annoys me. Alright, so here's the Magmortar. Yeah, spoiler alert, Illison does not see any use in this fight, so if you're part of the Illison fan club, too bad. I'm sure you would understand that I didn't want Illison to get roasted alive. Because, you know, fire types. I could probably have used Illison against maybe the Lopunny, because Illison's got pretty good physical defense, and I've also got Psycho Cut on it, so who knows, Illison might have been the better choice there. Possibly have gotten a critical as well. Lord knows it's been upstaging title over the course of the playthrough in terms of landing crits. So yeah, Power Gem doesn't get the job done there, which is unfortunate, but nah. At this stage, we've got another round of Met Roast cleaning stuff up. Now, I'm not too sure what happens here. I think... Does this get low rolled? No, it doesn't. Okay, so that's just an outright kill. Okay, so there goes that big fat bastard. And then here we have Infernape. I think this is his last. Pretty sure this is his last. Yeah. So I'm like, alright, Pompoda. At the very least, Pompoda's got a fair amount of HP, so if Infernape does decide to go with a Flare Blitz, which it does, it's still going to do a fair bit of recoil damage. The hope was that I could get a bit of Toxic to chip into its already shitty defenses in another way. That's a bit more of a consistent type thing, but the combination of the recoil plus Aftermath coming in there gets Infernape down to about half HP. And then here I think I just fire off a Mark Punch to tenderize it a bit, in the hope that I might miss somewhere, because it looks like Mark Punch will probably get the KO if I could land another one. Problem with Flare Blitz is it's 100% accurate and it's not going to miss. And of course, use it against Bertha, it's kind of weak to it. So, Bertha unfortunately does not get that luxury. Now, Infernape goes into the red here. I want to say he heals it. Yeah, he heals it. Which is a bit shite, but nah. So at this stage, it's just, once again, spam Thunderbolt. And eventually it'll die. That's pretty much all it is. So it's a guaranteed 2-shot here, and then for some reason he uses Thunder Punch. I'm not entirely sure what the go is with this. I guess he didn't want to take any more recoil damage, but he's also got like Gunk Shot in close combat, which probably would have been better. Gunk Shot at the very least. I mean, I could understand if he didn't want his defenses lowered, but I don't think lowering defense actually matters all that much, because I was just about guaranteed the 2-bang there, so yeah. And the reason for Thunder Punch is it's got Iron Fist, so it's a bit more powerful in that regard. I think it's probably the only electric attack it actually has either, as well. Okay, so this is the fight where I have no choice but to deal with the weather, because he's got the Ninetales lead again, which of course does have Drought. And so I just kind of have to live with that. So I send in Suricate here. Not Dick Kick him. I sent Dick Kick him in previously, and I got fucking low damage rolled and he healed, which sucks. In this case, I'm just like, alright, well, let's just go with the Rock Slide. That should do a fair bit of damage. Does not get the KO, but it does get the flinch. So that still works out pretty well for me. And then I'm just like, alright, Strength to finish it off. It's literally a normal type version of Earthquake, so not super effective, but still capable of doing a fair bit of damage, especially on the back of Suricate's attacking stat. So there that goes. Lopunny, I probably could clean up as well. I don't actually know. I got rid of the fire attack, the close combat rather, on Suricate, and so here is where I decide that Dick Kickham is probably better, more useful here. And so I think I go with the Mark Punch instead of the high jump kick, just because I think this Lopunny is going to outspeed me. Mark Punch still does a fair bit of damage, and I think in a failed attempt, it was either a failed attempt or maybe the next segment or something, like the next fight or anything or something like that. But I remember flinching that Lopunny because I completely forgot that Dick Kickham's got that he's got frickin' King's Rock, and so I end up just cleaning up the Lopunny without too much trouble. So I send in Suricate again to clean up with Strength once more. Because, yeah. And then Attack Boost. Lovely little Attack Boost right there. It's like freaking Metal Claw, but on crack. So following on from this, we have the Magmortar. I've got the +1 attack, so why not see how much Rock Slide will do to it. I think Suricate actually gets up a bit of a sweep here. I'm not too sure, but I think that's what happens here. Because one bang the Magmortar, so that just gets that right out the way real fucking quick. And then following on from that is the Arcanine. Now, I believe I run into some issues with this Arcanine, because I lose my attack boost thanks to Intimidate. Rock Slide, I'm pretty confident in saying will not kill this thing. And then I think from here I just eat a Flare Blitz. Oh no, I got a flinch. That's nice. That's actually kind of interesting, now that I think about it. Do I just fail to get the KO with Strength then? My screensaver triggers for the second freaking time. Nope. Apparently that Arcanine just kind of rendered useless. That's weird. I guess he uses an Arcanine in the next team. I just, for some reason, recall seeing Arcanine being affected by Toxic in my mind. I guess that's probably in the next fight. Does he actually use the thing in the next fight? Yeah, he's got an Arcanine in the next fight. Okay. That's cool. Alright, so here comes Mad Cargo. Very defensively tanky for some reason. At least in the physical side of things, because that's not even a 2-hit KO. On the back of Suricate's attack stat, that's kind of interesting. So yeah, Suricate finally meets its maker. Fucking slug. So, now I gotta work out how else I'm gonna kill this fucking thing. I'm in a situation now where I believe Rampart is actually going to outspeed something. So, fuck it. Just fucking bury Bogey with Earthquake. Fucking get out of here. Go back to Fire Red Omega, you dipshit. Fucking goodbye. Oh, that would explain it. Mad Cargo, for some reason, has Solid Rock in this hack. So that would explain why Rock Slide didn't do that much damage. Fucking thing had Solid Rock. That's kind of cool, actually, to see it have Solid Rock. Okay, so that just leaves the Charizard. Power Gem. I don't think I need to say any more than that, so I'll just take another drink of my water. Good God. You can probably tell in my voice that this is a bit straining. That's why I don't like do a whole crap ton of recording at the same time. I think streaming might help with that, but I have only streamed one fucking thing since I've gotten the ability to do that, which is rough. And I think in that stream I still did a lot of talking anyway, which is really dumb. It's a friggin' stream. I should kind of just chill out and play a game. Okay, so here's the Torkoal. Torkoal with Drought, as you do, as it has in later generations. And once again, fuck off. The difference between the Torkoal and the Ninetales is that I outspeed the Torkoal here. And so with Rain Dance, I just kind of kill off its Solar Beam before I can launch the fucking thing. Because on top of being reduced back to its status as a 2-turn move, Solar Beam actually does do less damage in the rain. I'm not too sure how many people are aware of that little tidbit. It's one of those things that you'll learn if you go to frickin' Earl's Academy in Pokemon Stadium 2. Along with, like, set damage attacks and, like, the Defense Curl Rollout combo. You learn about that in the frickin' Academy. And there's a couple of other, like, random obscure things as well. Like, oh yeah, if something uses Minimize and you stomp on it, it does more damage. Provided, of course, it hits. So, that's just a bunch of nice little things that I learned as a kid and managed to stay in my head. Okay, so the Torkoal, as you can see there, is sashed, and he healed it, so just surf again. It's not going to survive a second one, it doesn't have the sash anymore. Okay, so that's out the way. It does waste a couple of turns of the rain, though, which is a bit rough. But Tidal has quite a fair bit more HP here than he did against that friggin' Ninetales from earlier. So I'm not quite as fast. I can just send Tidal back in to put the rain back up anytime I want. In the meantime, Drifblim. Suricate just sits there, tanks the, just says no to the ghost moves. Not too sure what else this thing's packing. What do we have here? Shadow Ball, Hurricane, Flamethrower, Will-O-Wisp. That sounds about right for this thing. And there goes the Will-O-Wisp. Now, I'm not too sure if I'm expecting to heal or if I decide to... I think I decided to try to fight through the burn anyway here. Yeah, just go with another Rock Slide. I have a bit of confidence that the burn's not going to affect Rock Slide too much. Sure enough. I did a fair amount of damage with that first Rock Slide anyway, so... Just like, fight through the burn, you'll just deal with it. You'll be alright. And so back comes the Magmortar here, which I believe has... Yeah, it has the exact same moveset across all 4 of the teams. Not too sure if... I can't remember if I stated that in this attempt at the recording or not, but it's Fire Blast, Thunderbolt, Aura Sphere, and Solar Beam. I think I might have said that in the first fight, I'm not too sure. The only thing that differs is the nature. This one in particular is a rash nature, which I, again, can't remember what that is, so I guess I'll just put an annotation here. As for the other 3, one of them's timid, 2 of them are modest, so those are a bit... I think rash just is another one of those, just drop a defensive thing. So, bowling in here with Tidal to eat the Fire Blast. I've got the quad resistance. I think I get critted here. Yeah, I get critted, which still doesn't do like a whole boatload of damage. And thankfully I get the outspeed so I can put up the Rain Dance. So the next Fire Blast that comes in is going to do jack shit for damage, but of course, why would he use it when he's got Thunderbolt? And so I've got Surf, I've got Stab, I've got a pretty decent crit rate. I don't see this Magmar surviving Surf in any way, shape, or form. And so, I'm not too sure if the crit comes in, but it's fine, I get the KO anyway. Getting close to Joy once again for Tidal. And then here comes that frickin' Arcanine now. Do I actually get Pompoda in here? I'm pretty sure I get Pompoda in here. Because I need something a bit on the bulky side. I'm pretty sure... Let's actually have a look at this moveset. Yeah, it's got Wild Charge on the moveset, so that sounds about right. Not really all that fussed about the Intimidate, of course. Okay, that's rather interesting. I just had a random little bit of jittering on the playback there. So, anywho, moving on. We've got the Toxic here. Helps with the bulk here. Helps getting rid of the bulk. What the hell is with this? Ugh. I'm hoping that does not come back to kick me in the pants here, but because I've got a little bit of stuttering in the playback here. That anywho, not too sure why, but he's just opting for Wild Charge. Don't know why you wouldn't just go for Flare Blitz. It's obviously the better move. But here, I guess I'm just gonna let Pompoda tank whatever gets thrown at it. Hopefully get some defense drops with Crunch. I get at least one, so that's nice. And so at this point, Poison just sort of slowly takes the effect. Even if he heals it, the defense drop is still going to be there, so I can probably go with a more physical attacking type. I think I can tank one more Wild Charge here. Yeah, just managed to take one more Wild Charge there. So I think Crunch from here should at least do enough to get rid of the Arcanine here. As a matter of fact, it actually does enough without having to worry about the poison, so that's pretty good. That's some brownie points for Pompoda here. There. Tanks the hits pretty well. And then for his starter here, he's got Typhlosion. So I guess Blaziken just misses out, which is unfortunate. I feel like he could probably have used Blaziken instead of one of his Infernapes, but no, I guess he just doesn't like Blaziken. So, got Jaeger in here. I can't even remember if I healed it or if I've even used it in this fucking fight. I think I might have sent it in against maybe like the friggin' Drifblim or something. No, I cleaned that Drifblim up. Did I actually use that at all? I think I'm losing my ability to speak here, and I think my computer's just slowly just trying to make this thing shit itself on me as well. So I'm just like, yeah, I think I'm glad that this segment ended up being really short. This might well be the shortest Elite Four segment of the thing here, which is kind of ironic considering how much of an arsehole I pegged Old Mate as here. So this Typhlosion is actually Scarfed. That's why I sent in Spearmint, because it's locked into Earth Power now. So I can just spam the shit out of Rock Climb and dish this thing out the dubious irony of getting killed by something that it's 4 times effective against. Poor bastard. It's a shame Typhlosion doesn't get much attention to it. I think it's I think it's an alright starter. It's just never really... I guess it hasn't really stood out as much as the other ones. Being a pure fire type probably doesn't help it all that much, but nah. I do like this sort of big old collar of fire that it's packing though. That's always a nice little feature to have. So, I think it's safe to say that I just plumb forgot that Intimidate was a thing here. I'm just like, fuck it, I'm going to go with it anyway and just high jump kick. It's still going to do a fair amount of damage anyway. Had I known it was going to go for fucking Solar Beam though, I would absolutely have just used Bulk Up. Not that it actually mattered, because as I literally just mentioned, high jump kick is a powerful fucking move. And so there goes Flint. So rip to him. So yeah, that's it. Next time we got to deal with Lucian's Lucid Dreams, because that's absolutely the name of the next segment. No negotiations there. So yeah, bye.